it's quite an unusual movie that explores a world that is quite close to the rest of the world. So is it easy to research it? The world of the ballet.
The world of ballet, is it easy to research? Actually, I had a little experience in the past with ballet, actually. I danced for like 5 or 6 years, not as a professional dancer, but still, I would go to the class every day, sometimes twice a day. So I know the smell of, the sweat, the kind of clothes you have to wear, the way it hurts too, by the way. And plus my father was a dancer, he's been on stage many times doing it, so, I remember the backstage. I've been, if not hanging out, I had a pretty strong relationship with a choreographer from the 80s called Michael Bennett, who directed Chorus Line and a bunch of other plays on Broadway. So, I knew about it. And then, getting involved with this, of course, I did some research about Balanchine, and I had the opportunity to be working with Benjamin Millepied, who is actually the closest thing to the part I'm doing in the movie. So, all these things together hopefully made it believable.
And of course, the ballet is a background for a very psychological movie about competitiveness and perfection, and how your own life gets very influenced by the competitiveness we're living in today. Did you see it that way?
Obviously, yes. My personal take on that is that one shouldn't do it like that. But, if suddenly you believe that perfection exists and you're on that quest, it's a very risky thing to do, but, I guess that's what happened to her. But she's hurting herself too much, I think. I think there are other ways to do it.
No, absolutely, because it does, reflect the same thing about all forms of art, about cinema. All the perfection you want to have can lead to self-destruction, right?
Yes, and plus, well, I think cinema is different, really. The problem with ballet is that it really hurts.
Yeah.
True. They're suffering every day. Did you do ballet too?
No, my sister did, but I know there is.
It's really something that you. And then it's almost like you. I've heard a lot of dancers saying that, if it didn't hurt, it's because they didn't work enough. So if you're in that state of mind, something is wrong, I think. It's as simple as that.
No, absolutely. It took an actress that has a lot of extrovertedness to do this role. What do you think of Natalie?
Well, I think she's a strong woman more than anything else, and she's definitely. I don't know if she's a perfectionist because she's more fun than that, but she's very daring, and she works a lot. She works a lot because what she did physically for this movie is, I think, is impressive. Because she's not a dancer, and in the movie she is a dancer, and when you know what dance is all about, you know that there's a lot of work behind that.
And you've worked with a lot of very interesting filmmakers in your time, from the French ones to the international ones. How do you instantly recognize talent with somebody, or that the chemistry is going to work with the director?
There's not really an explanation to this. It's about feelings. And I'm not quite sure how I make my choices. Still, sometimes I feel it, I go, but I guess there is something that has to do with fascination. If a director has something that I don't quite understand, and he brings up twisted things on screen and stuff, so I guess I'm attracted to that more than something very effective. I need personality. That's my main concern, really.
Absolutely, because you've had access to very interesting scripts, auteur movies that you don't find that much in Hollywood, but sometimes an interesting script comes by, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, it's something I tend to realize more and more, is that it's not about the nationality of the movie, really. It's about the people. So, we have a tendency to think that American movie industry is one way and the French, it's not like that,
No.
Because, there's Darren Aronofsky. Yeah, no, of course. And French movies are just one thing, aren't just one thing, and the same thing for American movies. People like Darren or Cronenberg or Gaspar Noé or Mathieu Kassovitz in his times, are closer to each other than a lot of other things, really.
A final question about Venice. You having affiliations with Italy, do you enjoy being here?
I do. It's my first time at the festival.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, what?
Yeah, no, I've been to Cannes. Like I grew up in Cannes almost. But no, yeah, I like it. There's something from the past really here. You know, I'm not talking about the city itself, but even the feeling. It's a little bit like if it's from the 70s, and I like it. It's very charming, I think.